Episode 10. A Crown of Thorns. The rain began before dawn. Dark clouds loomed over Drayke Manor, casting long shadows across the gravel paths and Gothic arches. The iron gates, ever a symbol of the family's cold dominance, creaked in the wind as though mourning the storm to come. Inside, the halls echoed with silence, one that did not comfort, but warned. Amara Vale stood by the balcony of her bedroom, staring into the gray morning. Below her, the men of the estate prepared cars, sharpened weapons, checked ledgers. War was inevitable. Behind her, Cassian Drake sat silently in a chair, sleeves rolled up, binding his hand in gauze. The knife wound from the night before hadn't stopped bleeding. "You should let one of the men take care of that," she said softly. Cassian didn't look at her. "They're not my wife." She turned. "Since when has that mattered to you?" His eyes lifted to meet hers, dark and unreadable. "Since I realized I could lose you." There it was. The crack that had started in episode 1 now split wide open in the middle of them. Her hand went to her belly, the life growing inside her suddenly heavier than before. They hadn't spoken about it. Not after the bloodshed. Not after last night's betrayal. Not after she killed for him, Kahunium. "Last night," she began. He stood. "We'll talk after." "No," she said, voice firm. "We talk now. We can't keep moving forward pretending this contract, this war, this child can survive without truth." He walked to her slowly, movements stiff but still predatory. "Then say what you need to say, Amara. I killed a man for you." Her voice cracked. "I had his blood on my hands. And the worst part is," she bit her lip, "the worst part is I'd do it again." He reached out, fingers gently brushing her arm. "You're not the same girl who walked into this mansion in a white dress and trembling lips. I don't know who I am anymore." "You're mine," he said simply. A bitter laugh escaped her. "Is that meant to comfort me?" He leaned in, his forehead pressing against hers. "It's meant to remind you that even monsters bleed. Even the coldest hearts burn for something. You've become the fire in mine." Tires screeched below, shouting. One of the guards burst into the room. "Sir!" Darius and the Valen cartel just breached the perimeter. "They've surrounded the southern courtyard." Cassian's expression didn't change. "Secure the gates. Get Vale to the safe room." "I'm not hiding," Amara snapped. "You're pregnant. I'm still your wife. And I didn't kill for you just to be locked away like glass." Cassian looked at her for a long moment, then nodded. "Then stay close." Gunfire erupted within the hour. Cassian led his men like a commander born of the shadows, moving through blood and smoke with lethal grace. Amara followed close, dressed in black, hair pinned up, a pistol strapped beneath her coat. She had never felt more alive or more terrified. In the atrium, the bodies piled. The marble floor was streaked in red. Darius stood at the center, smugged in his tailored suit. His own men fanned out like a twisted orchestra of destruction. "Drake," he greeted, voice oily. "Lovely day for a funeral. Yours, I assume?" Cassian drawled. "Pity," Darius continued. "You could have had everything, power, the throne. But you fell for a pretty face and a pair of defiant eyes." Amara raised her gun. "And yet I'm the one standing between you and victory." "Looks like you miscalculated." Darius smirked. "Ah, the little contract bride? What did he offer you, girl? Diamonds? Protection?" "Freedom," she said. Cassian's voice was cold, and she took it with fire. The shootout that followed was pure chaos. Cassian shielded Amara with his body, taking a bullet in the shoulder as they fell behind a column. She screamed, dragging him out of the line of fire. More of their men poured in. It became a war zone. By dusk, Darius was dead. Half the Valen cartel lay sprawled across the Drake estate, and Cassian, pale and bleeding, collapsed in the foyer. The night was slow and thick with pain. Cassian's wounds were stitched. He'd survive. But Amara sat beside his bed, sleepless, tears streaking her face. She held his hand in hers, trembling. "You should rest," came a quiet voice. It was Alina, the housekeeper. Once a silent figure, now a motherly presence. "I can't," Amara whispered. Not until I know he's okay. Elena smiled sadly. He never thought he'd love. He never thought he'd deserve it. Amara looked down at his face, peaceful now. He still doesn't think he does. Weeks passed. The estate was rebuilt. The Valen cartel fractured. And Cassian Drake's empire, now tied to Amara's blood, was stronger than ever. They renewed their vows in the ruins of the old chapel on the grounds. This time without witnesses, without documents, without lies. I never thought I'd have this, Cassian said, sliding a ring onto her finger. I never thought someone would choose me. I didn't, Amara said, smiling softly. But I do know. He laughed, eyes glassy. You always had a way with words. She kissed him, and when they pulled away, she whispered, So do you? The rain returned as they stood at the altar, now husband and wife in truth. No contracts, no lies. No darkness. They couldn't survive together. Just Amara Vale and Cassian Drake. Two broken souls who found home in each other, and the life they created already growing stronger.